Okay, some of you know this, some of you don't. And I'm going to try and incorporate some of the Dear Bombshell questions, which is about moi, all in this video. So this is going to be fun. Dear Bombshell, besides books, have you ordered anything else lately? So glad you asked. I have, when Grandma took sick, I was wearing the necklace that they got me for Christmas that year, ironically enough, in her room. And every time we would go up there, and it got to the point that I wouldn't put it on, but I would have it either in my coat pocket, my jean pocket, and somehow or other the necklace got lost. And it was a Martha Powers jewelry necklace. And if you all know anything about those, this was a particular guardian angel that was 14 karat gold, and it was very hard to find because they just don't make Martha Powers jewelry anymore. So after months and months and practically a year of searching for this necklace, thinking I'm never going to find one, and if I do, I'm not going to be able to afford it, I finally stumbled upon one on eBay. And here's the odd thing. Grandpa knew about the history with that necklace. And he said, you know what? I will reimburse you the price of that necklace if you buy it. And he did. So it's still from them, and it arrived yesterday. I have my guardian angel back, and one of my dear friends said that's a sign that your grandma is still with you and she's still watching over you because she was always your guardian angel. And I said, you're dang tootin'. And I'm just so proud of this. And I probably will never wear it because I don't want to lose it. They're so rare. Because see this up here, this is a paper that it makes it registered and everything. But it's going to go up in a very special place. And I wanted to share that good bit of tidbit news with you that something good happened during this pandemic, which a lot of questions have been rolling in about the pandemic, my thoughts, my views, and I'm trying to stay away from the politics because when I get political, I get very heated and it seems to cause lots of problems. So, for the time being at least, let's shelf the politics. Let's shelf the race issue, which is a big issue. But I don't want to get involved in those conversations right now. I want to move past that. I want to move into how am I handling this pandemic with the reopening. Not everything is reopened, as you know. We still are doing the drive-through here in Mattoon. We don't have a restaurant that's open other than drive-throughs. That's fine. For me, anyway. I'm not in one of these, let's open everything up, as you can imagine. I have not been to my hairdresser, unlike most of you girls out there, because I'm not a diva. I know how times change, right? But as we get older, we get wiser, at least I hope. I don't get my nails done. I've never gotten my nails done, so let's just go there right now. Anytime that you've seen me with my nails painted, that was always me. I'm not one of these high-maintenance chicks, okay? I don't have spring spa days. I'm a hard-working female. And around this house, especially, I do most of the housework. And it's never ending, as anyone will tell you when it comes to housework. It's just never ending. A lot of questions have been, what's your specialty around the house since, Grandpa lives with you? Is it harder? I will say it is harder to get him to replace like a toilet roll of toilet paper. I'm always the one having to refill, even the holder that holds all the toilet paper. I'm the one having to refill that. The one that holds the paper towels, I'm the one that has to refill that, He doesn't do the cat litter because he classifies the cat as grandma's, so I pretty much, that's my deal. So when I do trash, I do that as well. You have to not be afraid to get your hands dirty. And a lot of people probably get the misconception when they watch my channel that they think I'm one of those high maintenance women. I'm not. You should know that by now. I don't have makeup anymore a lot on. I don't have that luxury of time, if you will. It's just like my mom and my cousin today were discussing my grandpa's upcoming birthday, and they all want to eat by 1:30. Well, that's nice, But that doesn't allow me time. So they're all like, Donna, why don't you just wait and do it later? Then I'm like, what's the point of doing it later? I mean, his birthday, everybody, just us, because we're not having a big crowd. You can't really have a party, and that's good, okay? I'm fine with it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, we're going to have just Grandpa, Cousin Penny, Mom, and me. Nobody else is going to be here. So why have my hair done looking all snazzy if it's just us? You know what I'm saying? Granted, my mom's going to have her hair done. My cousin will have her hair done. And maybe even Grandpa. But it's been a year since I've been to a beautician. A year. Every bit. Okay? And even if I was to schedule my appointment, we all know I'm not an early riser. So my beautician likes us to be there on time. Preferably early. And not too early. Because, you can't have people in there while you're waiting. But early enough to be there. And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh yeah, 8 a.m., I'm there. No, I'm lucky to be up and doing my stuff by 10. So, it's just not going to happen. And it kind of made my cousin and my mom mad today. But you know what? I'm like going, there's just no need to look all snazzy because it's just us family, It's not like we're going to have magical Hallmark music and Ryan Baby comes to the door. Behold my heart, which, by the way, we're going to get to that in a minute. Question in the inbox. Bombshell, did you tote the microwave on Saturday yourself from Walmart to the cart, to the SUV, to the house? Wonderful question. I was blessed to have, since I worked out there before at Walmart, to have wonderful friends out there. And one of my friends, Connie, could tell that I needed assistance because Grandpa was starting to get winded. And he couldn't walk all of Walmart. So he decided to stop once we reached to the GM side. Well, they don't have carts on that side. So I had to immediately go up to the service desk where I was informed, oh, nope, they have only one wheelchair now. One. And it's not like the old-fashioned stuff. It's press, and there's like a brake over here. It's just an experience you have to do for yourself. Just telling you. And so it was the first time I ever got to push my grandpa in a wheelchair. Well, I did it up at Carl when Grandma was sick, but not in one of these fancy-dancy wheelchairs, which learning how to brake, let me tell you something. That's a whole new experience. But anyway, long story short, the people at Walmart loaded the microwave into the cart, kept it at the service desk while we got what we needed, which I got a Ryan Pavey movie. Oh my gosh. A summer romance. That man in a Stetson hat and, oh, those jeans. Let me tell you, that man is just perfect. Just saying. Anyway, verklempt. We got the microwave and they had to carry out for us, and the only thing I had to do when we got home was clean off where the other microwave was, take that microwave to the alley, the old one, and then get into my SUV. We put it in the back seat, so I was not like folded down, but just the back seat, and I was able to scoot the new microwave out, put the new microwave up, and get it all loaded. I've gotten a lot of questions about Grandpa's upcoming birthday. A lot of people seem to be disappointed that we're not having a shindig. I know that's weird, right? But we did have a great crowd last year. We had fun. We had door prizes. And my favorite thing was the mason jar decorations. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. Sadly enough, I gave those to my mom so she could take them to consignment and resell them. But anyway, long story short, we're not going to have a big gathering. It's just going to be small gathering, and that's fine. But everybody's like, what if we want to get a gift card, where do we get a gift card to? Let me help you out with that. He loves, if you live here in the state of Illinois, it's something really simple that I'm going to tell you right now. He loves these scratch off Illinois instant lotto tickets. They range anywhere from $1 to way up in the big bucks. Those are his big thing that he absolutely loves, and it keeps him busy and out of trouble. Preferably the bingo ones. Just saying. He also loves RC Cola, which is on sale. You get a 6-pack for $1.99 right now at County Market. Oddly enough, that's one of his favorite places to shop. Get him a gift card there. Then I would also say, if you could gift. This is all gift ideas because everybody's been hounding me with gift ideas. So let's go down favorite stores. There's County Market, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. We haven't done Family Dollar in a while, but I'm sure that would be okay. B&D, Aldi's, those definitely right there. To also, can't think of the County Market. That's one of his favorites. My Store, that's another. Anything but Walmart. He just does not like Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart, but it's true. I mean, he'll go there. Obviously, he went there to get a microwave, but it's not his favorite place to go. Also, I would say eating establishments. Obviously, it's Cracker Barrel. I wish we had a Po Folks. For a lot of reasons, I wish we had a Po Folks. Anyway, also Arby's. We've been eating a lot of Arby's right now, and their coupons are astounding, and he gets a military discount there, which is even better. So, keep that in mind. His favorite things to snack on are Oreos, little chocolate donuts that you can even get out at Aldi's, which that's, like I said, one of his favorite places to shop. Dry roasted peanuts. He was in World War II, 164th Infantry, under the Southern Cross. I want to say it is. Either it's a cross. There's stars on the shield, but I believe it's under the Southern Cross. He's got the book on it and everything, but I just haven't read it. And his favorite country singer is Whisperin' Bill Anderson, which he is informed of the birthday. Hopefully he remembers. And Connie Smith, that's another one. Of course, if you're watching this video, anybody famous, please send a card. Also, I would say he loves the Game Show Network. Absolutely loves it. Whether it's Family Feud with Steve Harvey, or it's America's Best, where they have those two teams on there, and that seems to be one of his favorites, or where they have the Beast. He's always watching. And Cash Cab, that's one of his favorites. He loves to play cards, solitaire. He goes through a lot of playing cards, just saying. He loves the St. Louis Cardinals for baseball. I'm trying to hit everything here. Hobbies. He loves large print word searches that you can get at the Dollar Tree for $1. No joke. Trying to think of anything and everything to tell you guys to help you out, because it seems like everybody is messaging me. Of course, if you find a face mask for an older fellow that has a chihuahua on it, he's got one, but we don't know how long we're going to have to wear these face masks. If you could find a breathable one. He says the one I got him is cute and adorable, but it's not breathable. And right now, to go in Goodwill, which he loves to shop at, you have to wear your mask all the time. And that hurts his breathing, of course, being going to be 97. So if anyone out there can hear me about a breathable face mask, I would so appreciate that. That has a tan chihuahua on it. And if you would like to help out with pet bills, because we do have a cat and a dog, I'm sure that Dr. Albin could give you a gift card for Dr. Albin's at Dr. Albin's office. I've tried to notify very many banks, very many different things and organizations to hey, his birthday's coming. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing to celebrate this age, to go through what he's been through. Hey, wake up. This is your wake-up call. Send a card. Show you care. Show that that you've given the gift of your time. And that is the best thing that you can give, more than anything. Whether it's a handwritten note or if it's a card, thank you. And I'm thanking you in advance. He doesn't know it, but he's gotten his first birthday wish thing already. Well, I'm saving it for his birthday. And I want to send a big thank you out there. See how this says Vittles Company and happy birthday? It's a happy birthday gift right there. And I got the mail last week, and so excited for this. I'm wrapping it up, Vittles Company. Okay, I'm not going to say who the Vittles company is just in case he's up and awake in the next room and playing sleepy sleepy on me. So thank you, much appreciated. You'll get a picture of him wearing this, or at least holding it in front of him to show you that that's going to be an awesome gift, once in a lifetime thing, and he's very grateful. His shirt size, if anybody wants to know, is extra large, so keep that under your hat as well. And just send a card, send a gift of your time. Mr. Wayne McDowell, 901 South 15th Street, Mattoon, Mattoon, Illinois, 61938. Okay, that's out of the way. We got a little bit more Dear Bombshell here to go. Dear Bombshell, did it bother you lifting the microwave? You know, the funny part of it is, the last microwave we had was so ungoodly huge, okay, that when I went to go move this little one that was on there now and move this new one, which is the same size, ironically enough, and all along you're not supposed to be putting things on top of or beside the microwave, and I'm always stacking things everywhere, especially if I'm cooking. By the way, that's the hardest thing to learn not to do, is stack things on, near, or by a microwave. But I'm learning. It's just going to take me a little longer because bad habits are hard to break. How is my weightlifting going? That's a good question. I am still on 8 pounds. Right now I'm a little under the weather, but hopefully I get over it soon. I've experienced migraines, I've experienced nausea, and some unpleasantness of PCOS this week. That's all we're going to say. Female stuff. And I am just dealing with it as a grown adult should. A lot of good questions here. I'm trying to look at the screen and read your questions about what you want to know from me. How has COVID-19 affected your summer plans? Obviously, we would have been planning a cookout at least for Grandpa if we would have had been not having COVID-19. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Secondly, that comes to mind, we probably would have went to Bagel Fest in honor of Grandma to get a funnel cake because Grandma loved funnel cakes. And let's not forget, Grandma's birthday was June 27th, the same week as Grandpa's. So it's going to be hard on him, you know, to not think of her. And it's going to be a special time to make his birthday that much more special, if you will, by honoring him. Of course, it's our second year without Grandma. Somebody brought that up the other day. I would say that there's of course, two big things I can think of in the summer that it's going to be different for us. We had tickets to go see the Beach Boys. My mom loves them dearly. And she was, like I said, devastated. Took me doing the legwork to find out, yes, in fact, they had canceled. It seemed like the last people who wanted to believe that they canceled was the Fair Board. But anyway, they want to go ahead and have them again next year. And they ask if we want to keep our tickets for next year or what, which Billy Currington has said no to next year. So, heads up there. Maybe we're going to get Easton Corbin. Please, Lord. Anyway, here's what I have to say to that. I just don't think that rock should be at these concerts. This was a year to learn from the mistakes of the booking you did. I really hope and pray that Bagel Fest, they don't do next year Journey. I hope that they learned from that and they go back with common sense that God gave a goose and have some country music again. Of course, I'm just biased, so there's that. I also wanted to say that, of course, during the summer you have the 4th of July. We all didn't plan this, right? But we shouldn't be gathering in large groups. And as we've seen these other, I said I wasn't going to get political, but here we go. As we've seen these other areas reopen, their numbers are on the rise thanks to the Memorial Day weekend. So when everybody sneaks away to go outside the state, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop and think. because we're seeing these numbers rise in Missouri. The Lake of the Ozarks had that great big thing, right, during Memorial Day. Well, guess what? COVID went up. All these other areas, COVID is on the rise, people. It's a sign. And let's see. Let's get back to the 3rd and the 4th. We're not doing anything this year for the 4th. No big surprise there. However, I will say this. It's also August. August, they have rescheduled our fireworks here in Mattoon for the end of August, I want to say. And I'm excited about that because August is my birthday month. August 3rd, of course, is my birthday. Nothing exciting happening that day as well. But, yeehaw! I get older. Big thrill. I have not heard if the state fair is canceled yet. I know Chris Young is scheduled to be there. I would love to go see you, Chris. I really would. Toby Keith, seen him, met him. He's a gorgeous guy inside and out. But sorry, I just love Chris Young. I've never got to meet Chris Young. And I would hug the dickens out of him and then want his autograph and tell him that, oh, when he sings that song about they think of you, they think of me. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Or, I'm coming over, running every red light. Oh, I'm telling you, that man is just, or getting you home. When I wore that black dress and held up that Luke Bryan sign, the man I had in mind was not Luke Bryan. I'm sorry, Luke. It was Chris Young. Just saying. Okay, anyway, back to the questions, because we're getting rambling here. Dear Bombshell, do you think it's easy or hard to prepare for COVID or Grandpa's birthday? That's kind of funny in both ways. I think with COVID, it's more or less use common sense that God gave a goose. If you can wash your hands and make sure that your elders have hand sanitizer set out strategically throughout the house, which is a great thing. You know, and always check up on them, make sure they have a bottle of water, make sure that he's not snacking too much, has some fruit by him. You know, that's kind of my job, and make sure that he's eating his Meals on Wheels, making sure that he's doing his word finds that he has in the front room, doing his solitaire, staying out of trouble, not climbing on ladders, as some people would say. But basically just common sense stuff. It's easy to take care of the elderly when they get older, as long as you use common sense that God gave a goose. But it's harder when you go out, because Grandpa's, you know, he's been there, done that. He's went through World War II. He's lost his wife. So sometimes he's a little bit harder to get to wear a mask. I almost have to tell him, okay, we're going to Goodwill. Put that mask on, you know. He does not like to do it. He just doesn't believe in it, doesn't think it should be possible that we have to be told to wear one, and won't most of the time. Me, on the other hand, I have lots of pre-existing conditions. I have asthma, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I just don't want to be taking any risk. So, another question on the list here. Oh, how was the second? Oh, how is it easy to prepare for his birthday? I try to do likes, and then I try to do thoughtful gifts. You know, take for instance, don't want to say it too loud because he's in the next room. He's always asking me, Donna, what day is today? Because I used to mark the days off on the calendar in the dining room, so he would keep up with the calendar and keep my schedule there by his place where he sits down to play solitaire, so he would know, right? Well, I stopped doing that, so every once in a while he'll ask me what day it is, and I have to shout out, hey, you know, this is Monday or Tuesday, or today's the 6th, the 7th, or whatever. So I came up with this brilliant idea about a perpetual calendar, wooden, one that he can set on the desk, and I think Cousin Penny's got him a couple of them too. So, you know, it's all about being prepared. So as long as, you know, you get useful gifts, that stuff that you know he'll use, then that's a great thing. Like, he uses Groom and Clean for his hair. He loves pocket combs at the Dollar Tree. They're $1. He loves, and they come in a 6-pack, by the way, before somebody messages me. Hankies at the Dollar General, they're like $2.50. Um, you got to just stop and say, okay, what does he use every day that he would use now? Um, we've got him some T-shirts from Grand Ole Opry, and as well as his infantry Americal division. So I'm really excited for him to get some of this stuff, to see his expression. Um, I don't want to keep saying what I'm getting him, because there's always this little chance that he'll get up and walk around. But I try to be inventive, and I try to be thoughtful and get stuff that either he'll use. Like I said, large print word find books. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. Awesome. Just little things that you can notice and pick up. When you're around somebody all the time, you tend to notice these things more. And you tend to be like, okay, how can I be helpful and get something that's useful, not something that's going to sit in a drawer and never be used. I think you just take notes more and you notice more. So I would say when you it's just the same way for Father's Day. You got to use your head and see what they like, what they eat, what they drink, what they use, what they don't use, and it makes it that much easier when you go buy gifts. So there's some. Dear Bombshell was, how do you decide on what to buy? That's exactly how I decide. I watch, I take notes, and go from there. Well, believe it or not, that's all your little questions and answers you had for me tonight. There was one here. I will get to it now. When are you going to move up to 9 pounds in weightlifting? I was aiming for that to happen this week, strangely enough. However, my body is going, not right now. So I am doing 8 pounds still. I probably will be doing 8 pounds until Saturday. Saturday, I plan on moving up to 9 pounds. Knock on wood. I have not got my 10-pound weight spot yet. And when I do reach 10 pounds, that will be my plateau of where I want to be lifting. I don't want to go higher than 10 pounds. And yes, the big reason is right here. Some of you can see it, some of you can't. I have lost 20% of my right shoulder, and it's an old injury. Happened a long time ago. And it is what it is. So somebody said, is it true that this shoulder is shorter than this shoulder? Yes, it is. I lost 20% of this shoulder. But I have full rotation, and I'm able to use it just like there's nothing wrong. So I had a dang good orthopedic doctor. What can I say? I know when to push my limits. I know not to go above 10 pounds. 10 pounds is my plateau, and I'm fine with that. I just want to have muscle. I don't want to have gorging muscles. I just want to have definition in my muscles, which I can do that right now. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? So, and that one question was, why are you so hard on yourself? That's easy, because I feel like in order to be successful, I have to be that hard on myself. In order to get to where I want to be, I have to be my own worst enemy, if you will. If I can do that in romance, I can definitely do that in my physical fitness life, So, it's easier to be hard on yourself and set high goals. When you set high goals for yourself to achieve, then you have to hold yourself accountable. That's the way I feel. I'm holding myself accountable every time I go in there and lift weights, every time I dance, every time I ride my stationary bike. I may not get in a full workout every night, but I'm working out nonetheless. I know that I'm not a 10, but I'm not a -1 either. How important is it for you to be a 10? That's a question in the Dear Bombshell thing. Some ghosts from my past. I'm trying to think of a way to word this. It hurts the old ego when you hear, well, you're not that 10. So there's a bruise. I probably will never be a 10, and that's okay. I've got to learn to live with that. My body works against me with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I have to learn to accept that. When I got down to that point of being almost anorexic before, Dr. Michael looked at me and he goes, listen, he says, you're taking it too far. You're going too extreme. You got to stop. Because eventually, even though your body is working against you and you're trying to turn that tide, he goes, when we get older, it goes this way. So it doesn't work with us. He goes, and you're going to find that out, I'm afraid, the hard way. I'm trying to work against the hands of time, if you will. But I am proud to say that I have never dyed my hair. And I have highlighted, yes, but never dyed. I am proud to say that I'm not one of these little divas going, I have to have the hair and the nail salons open. You don't have to have anything open. You can survive. It's like that song for the guys, a country boy can survive. Well, a country girl can survive too. That is, if you're not all vain. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. The workout now is incorporated to where I take maybe 1 or 2 nights off a week, and I hit it hard when I hit it so I can notice the difference. Sometimes I do hit it too hard, too much. There was 2 nights in a row last week where I worked out and I had sweat coming off my brow, sweat coming off the middle of my back. That's when I know, okay, guess what? Workout's done. You're not doing any more tonight. That's how far I push myself. I motivate myself that much because it matters to me. I don't care if it matters to anybody else. Right now, this book right here, I love it for one reason. She's been hurt so bad that, everybody's like going, well, she's just been hurt too bad to notice how cute this good doctor is. But the good doctor is having to make an impact on her in order to get in her good graces because she's been hurt so bad. And I think that's one reason I love the books so much, because it makes you believe in the impossible, if you will. But let's be honest. They all want the 36, 24, 36. I am more like 38. Then it goes down to a block. Okay? So I have a slight curve and then it goes to a block. So, or I am my own worst enemy because everybody says I wear these baggy clothing, but the baggy clothing is so comfortable. And to me, I'd rather be comfortable than trying to turn a guy's head out of socket, because most of the time, men will say that they're single and they're separated. Men will say that they are interested, but they're also talking to all these other girls on the side thinking that you don't know. Aren't you sick of the games? You know what I'm saying? So, where's as Paula Abdul put it back in the day, straight up now tell me, are you really gonna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you just having fun? Most of these guys today are just having fun. It's sad, but it's true. And I know some of you guys are going, women do that too. Okay. Women do it too, but it's rare. There are some of us good girls out there who are just scared to love again. And one of my friends posted on Facebook the other day something about Leos their biggest fear is to fall in love. Maybe it is. But maybe there's reasons behind that fear. That in order to get to know someone, you have to be able to sit there and listen to say, okay, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about what happened to, make you decide from boyfriend 1 to boyfriend 2, you weren't good enough and you had to work on yourself so much that you almost caused yourself to be anorexic. And for me, that was the case. I took it personally, and there's still days right now that I will take it personally. My cousin will tell you, there's times that she'll be over and she'll say, you need to eat that whole bun. And I'll eat one bun just because I know she's here. But like if I have to reheat the meal that I serve, I will eat it without the bun. And when we go to Arby's, everybody asks me, what do you eat while you're at Arby's? That's a question there. Well, they don't have baked potatoes, which hint, hint, Arby's, you need baked potatoes back. I really loved your baked potatoes. That was a wrong decision. But I will say, I right now they have their classic roast beefs 2 for $4. And the potato cakes, you get a small order of 2 potato cakes for $1. So Grandpa and I will order 2 classic roast beefs. He'll eat the whole roast beef, but feed some of it to Peanut. And he'll eat his potato cakes. Me, I will eat the potato cakes, take the top of the layer of the bun off, feed it to Peanut, which he'll eat. Then I'll share some of the roast beef with Sammy and with Peanut, so they both get some. And I'll, like I said, a small order of potato cake. My lunch is very small, though. When I'm working, it's either a can of chicken and stars or mini macro beef ravioli. So, because there's 140 calories and only 35 fat calories, so that's not bad. And I just try to eat very minimal anymore not because I'm wanting to turn the next Ryan Pavy's head, okay? Because I know it's about my health, my well-being, and I want a future that's somewhat healthy. And I know in my family of all the negatives and stuff that's out there that runs against me. There's cancer, there's diabetes, there's vein problems. I mean, you name it. And lately, as you all know, my nose, this place right here, which it's finally healing. Somebody asked about that too. It is finally healing, thank God. After my self-surgery, which I'm proud to say, there is no more little bump there, other than the scab there that's now, which is very little. I mean, like very little. And it's like healed. So that's pretty awesome, right? Question, will you sing for us again in the future? Yes, you know I will. You don't have to ask that question. What do you enjoy more, the singing or the book reviews? It's about equal. We've missed you. Will you please do these Dear Bombshells more often? I'll do my best. Relationship advice, when is that coming? Let's aim for tomorrow night. I don't want to put too much on tonight, so let's aim that for tomorrow night because I still want to go get a workout in. Yes, tomorrow's my day off, but I still want to get a lot of stuff in on that day off, and we'll just have to see how that goes. So I hope you remember what I said during this video. And get those cards and letters sent to that address. And God bless. Stay safe. Stay well. Wash those hands. Somebody said, why haven't you been saying that? It's just because I'm blonde and I forget. Another cute question was, what new inventive product would you like to come up with? I've got to do this one before I sign off. That might help not just yourself but others in the future. It's kind of funny, okay? A new inventive product would be a glasses finder. Kid you not. Because I have a bad habit of putting these down and then going, where did I put them? Sometimes it's even on my head and I still have no idea where I put them. Just saying. But anyway, it would be nice if they could come up with like a little piece of the frame, maybe like right here, and have like a little, thing that goes off if it's not on your face where it should be. I mean, come on. We're in the year 2020. We ought to have something positive, right? Which, by the way, I'm due for an eye checkup. That just hit me. Lord, good gravy. I hope that goes well this year. Anyway, I've got some 8-pound weights to go visit, some bad dancing to do, and a little bit of riding a bike. Not necessarily in all that area. And it depends on how well I feel, because I am a little under the weather. So, PCOS, we're good old pals, I tell ya. But see you soon. Stay tuned. God bless.